Hello, and my name's Robbie from Girl Bike Glove. In this video, we're going to be speaking about what you should be eating before and after a spin class. Let's go. So why is it important to be eating the correct kinds of foods before and after spinning? Here's why I highly recommend it. So firstly, we have health. The better food you eat and the right kinds of foods, the longer life you're going to live and the more you're going to enjoy your food. Next, we have digestion. So if you eat good, nutritious food at the right times, your body's going to be able to digest it much better. You're going to feel much more comfortable whether you're training or not training, and you're going to have a much better experience. Then we have performance. If you eat the correct kinds of foods, you're going to be pleasantly surprised how much difference that makes to your performance. Carbohydrate-rich foods before a workout and protein after is going to give you your best bang for your buck when it comes to being on the bike. Next, we have recovery. It's not all about what you do on the bike that matters, it's also about what you do after. If you eat the right foods for your recovery, not only are you going to be able to make progress quicker, but you're going to feel much better and fuller after your sessions. So then we have it makes you feel good. If you're eating the right kinds of foods, not only are you going to perform better, but you're going to feel so much better as well. You're going to be more lively, you're going to have more energy, and you're going to be raring to go when it comes to that spin class. So before we start telling you about what to eat before and after a spin class, it's important to understand food and its value. So we're going to speak a little bit about macronutrients, the GI index and calories. So let's start by talking about macronutrients. So food can generally be split down into one of three groups. You have carbohydrates, you have fats, and you have proteins. So firstly, we have carbohydrates. These are going to be your best source of energy. So carbohydrates such as bread and pasta, you can eat and you're going to be able to get a really good boost of energy very quickly. They are an essential part of anyone's diet and they're what keep you lively and going throughout the day. Then we have fats. This is generally where your body stores energy. It's very slow release, and although there is a stigma against eating fatty foods, the right fatty foods can be very valuable to your training. And finally, we have proteins. Protein is amazing. It's your best source of recovery. So after a workout, having something like a protein shake or some eggs or some meat goes a really long way to helping your muscles quickly repair themselves so you can get back on the bike as soon as possible. The key to eating properly in life is having a good balance between your carbohydrates, your fats, and your protein. So when you hear the term balanced diet, this is what a lot of people are talking about. So next we have the glycemic index. And this is really important to understand to know how you can get the best energy to your body quickly. So foods, especially carbohydrates, are on a scale called the glycemic index scale. It goes from 0 to 100. The lower the number, the lower the glycemic properties, the higher the glycemic properties. So to keep the glycemic index simple, the lower it is on the glycemic index, the harder it is for you to pull energy from that food quickly. The higher it is, the quicker you can pull energy. So a good example of a high glycemic food would be an energy or a cereal bar, because you can really pull energy from that very quickly, when something like steak would be quite low on the glycemic index because it takes your body a long time to digest that and pull the energy from it. So then we have calories. So this is the measurement of how much energy a food has in it. So most governments recommend that women have 2,000 calories a day and men have 2,500 calories a day. If you want to lose weight, all you need to do is burn more calories than you're eating. If you want to gain weight, you need to eat more calories than you're burning. It's that simple. Every packet of food typically will have the amount of calories written on it, and it's really good to know this because you can see how calorie dense foods are by using these numbers. So now it's all going to start making sense. So we're going to start speaking about what you need to be eating pre and post workout. So that's before and after. It's important to remember that what we're talking about today is only a recommendation. Everyone is very different and our bodies work in very different ways. So it's important to understand that this is just general advice and you are going to find you might have a different experience to what I might. So let's start by speaking about what you should be eating before a spin class. So you're going to want foods that are packed with carbohydrates, medium to high on the glycemic index, easy to digest, and that have a fair amount of calories in. Some good examples of foods like that would be oatmeal and fruit, honey and porridge, toast and jam, or cereal. I recommend to aim for these kinds of foods, but obviously it depends on what your personal tastes are to what you'll choose. The best time to have it is roughly between 30 minutes and 60 minutes before a workout. So what about after your training session? So you're going to want foods that are full of protein. You're going to want them to be low on the glycemic index, have a decent amount of calories, and foods that are going to keep you nice and full. So they're going to be slow to digest. So I recommend foods such as scrambled egg on brown toast, salmon with whole grain rice. You could have a protein shake, or you could even have Greek yogurt with some nuts and a little scoop of protein on the side. I personally would aim to have this roughly 30 minutes to 60 minutes after a workout. Remember to make sure you have lots of water then as well, so you don't end up overeating or feeling too dehydrated. So thanks for taking the time to watch our video today. Hopefully by now you know a little bit more about what you should be eating before and after a spin class. Before you go, if you've got any tips and advice, make sure to drop them in the comments below or tell us your favourite post-ride meal. On top of that, make sure to hit subscribe on the Girl Bike Love YouTube channel. Stay cool.